You're listening to the Chronicles of Livin podcast, where we talk to everyday people about everyday things in the past, present, and future. Now let's talk. Greetings, my visionary dreamers. How is everybody doing on Let's Talk Sunday? This is Adion. To you newcomers out there, welcome. And to you veterans that's been with me from the gate, from the door buster. I love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. I've been going for a couple months now. So to the newcomers out here, this is Adion, your dream pusher, your lifeguard, saving you from yourself, from the world, from some real bullshit, y'all. And you are listening to Chronicles of Livin podcast show, the show for everyday people doing everyday things, living everyday life. Us extraordinary folk over here doing a damn thing the best way we can in this new year, this new decade, 2020, y'all. It's just amazing. It's amazing. And so I just want to get some announcements out the way because I always forget and I start talking. But I just want to say thank you guys again for following me, for downloading, for sharing. And I want you all to continue to share and follow and follow on the live one too, the live broadcast, because I know you guys are always listening from so many different platforms, but make sure you come in and comment wherever you're listening. I definitely will check it. YouTube, everywhere. So, and I also want to thank everyone for supporting me in purchasing the books. I'm so happy that you are getting something out of them. Visionary Dreamer 90-Day Journal and Transform Your Life. Available on Amazon and Barnes and Nobles. Just go to books and search April Adion, Adionne Williams, and the books will come up. Okay. Let me see what else, because I always forget to say things. Well, okay. Let's just keep it moving. So today, and to the newcomers out there, this is a show that it's just basically about reflection on ourselves, our lives, seeing how we can improve ourselves, our lives, our situations, looking at it from a different perspective, different lens. Sometimes in life, we go through things, and because we're in that moment, we just see that moment. We can't see nothing past it. We just can't see it. We're just in that moment. We're feeling the pain. And that's why today's show is finding the strength in pushing through. I don't even think I said the title of the last show. I got to get back. In my regiment, y'all. So please, if I fall off a little bit, forgive me. But yeah, finding the strength to push through, guys. Life can be a doozy. It could be, it's up and down. It's never a straight line. It's always up and down. And actually, as I put in the description, somehow it just always works out. It always works out. In that moment, we don't think of it like that. We're just like, oh my gosh, I'm dying over here. You know what I mean? This situation is killing me, or this person is just killing me. But no, yet you're still alive. You're still breathing. You're still walking. You're still listening to Chronicles of Livin podcast show to get more inspiration and more encouragement, more motivation. And to me, that says a lot, that you tune in to a show that I'm not going to sit here and just paint the picture, the woe is me picture, and not give you some type of solution. My solution might not be your solution, but it can be a solution to make you look at your solution in a different light. Let's say that, So I want to do something different today. I want to, I have a lot of my friends. I'm not going to say I have a lot of friends. I really don't. I have some real friends. That's why it's not a lot anymore. But my friends and some of my family members, one of the things they say to me a lot is, but Liv, you don't get it. You don't understand. You're different. You know, when they go through things and they're sharing it with me, you know, they're like, you know, you don't get it. You don't understand. You don't know how it feels. And I'm like, what do you mean I'm different? I'm not different. You know, I bleed the same. I shit the same. I eat the same. You know, the only difference is this. I bounce back in a different way. I bounce back from my storms, from my obstacles. You know what I'm saying? Because I always go within to find the strength to push through. And the reason why I came up with this topic today, because I took that break, 2.5 month break from doing a podcast show, purposely because of some things that I was going through, just readjusting in life, a new move, relocating and coming here unexpectedly, even though I love Georgia. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia now. I love Georgia, but I really had plans to come here when my son graduated. But as life goes, you know, my car was totaled and life just took a different shift. And therefore I came here sooner. And it was unplanned relocation. So I'm using my situation to let you see that, you know, life is not planned. We can have all the plans in the world, but God will come along and just like Jenga, the game Jenga, and pull that one little block and the whole thing just come falling down. And you like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Just happened. And so from there, you have to get in the mindset that, you know what, this happened. This happened. So now what am I going to do? So I'm going to let you in on, it's not a secret, but it is a secret. I guess this is how I embrace whatever I'm going through in that moment, my tower moments. This is how I embrace it. And when I look at myself and I'm just like kind of frantic-y, I have to remind myself to go back to this space. And how I embrace it is meditation. I've always prayed. And yes, we pray. And the last show last week was about, are you religious or spiritual? Definitely listen to that show. If you haven't, I think it would really help you to look at life in a different way. But in my spirituality, I have learned how to incorporate prayer with meditation, with affirmations. And in doing so, that's what keeps me calm. That's what brings me back. That's what makes me really look at a situation and see what I can get out of it in a beneficial way that can help me move past it and learn something from it, grow from it, and become a better person. So I just want to take a moment. I really wanted the music and all that whole hoopla going on, but the day just didn't work out that way. Okay. So we just going to have to do this in silence. So wherever you at, if you're in a gym listening to this podcast, if you're, you know, riding a train, plane, whatever, you don't have to close your eyes. We don't want people to think you're crazy, but just find something to stare at. You know what I mean? Find something to stare at real quick. And just for one moment, what I want you to do is just relax. This is what I do to keep my calm and to get my energy back. Okay, guys? I just want you to relax for a moment. I'm going to finish the show, but just for one moment, just relax. Just sit there wherever you are. If you're running on a treadmill, just go in the zone for a minute and take a deep breath in through your nose. And then slowly let it out through your mouth. Now do it again. One more time. Now you tell me in just 3 breaths, that didn't just make you feel a little okay. I don't want to get too deep because y'all might fall asleep. I'm trying to tell you, I'm to the point that I literally have to set my phone timer because I have found myself coming through 2 hours later, like literally 2 hours, and it doesn't even feel like it, or an hour. And I'm just like so zoned out. I felt like so drugged. And I just want you to take a moment, and wherever you are, whether you just have to use your inward voice or outward voice, just say to yourself, I am enough. I am enough. And this situation is working out for my good. That's it. You know, I mean, it sounds easy, but if you keep saying that, and anything that you're facing, anything that you're pushing through when you're trying to find the strength, whether it's sickness, whether it's you lost a loved one, you know, say the opposite of that. The opposite that's going to make you feel good about that. Remember yourself at your healthiest point in life. Pull a picture out. Look at it. You know what I mean? If you cry when you see the picture, cry it out. But just know that it is possible, maybe not to be the exact person that you were in that picture, but at one point you did have your health. And if you change your mindset, you will be surprised on how your health will improve, because sickness comes from stress. I'm trying to tell you, you know, this whole relocation and having to do things. And I've had so many blockages this time relocating that was so unexpected. I'm so used to things just manifesting things just like that, and things just flowing the way I want them to flow. But this time around, God was like, no. But wait a minute, before I say this, let me get back to if you lost a loved one, and I'm going to get back to that. If you have lost a loved one, because I feel the need to say this, it's been a lot of, and I'm not going to say a lost one. If you had a lost one in the year 2019 or past that, or just here currently, that passed on and moved on to their next life, I want to say this to you because I have ran into a couple of people in, I want to say maybe a month ago. I Ubered somebody because I Uber. And I Ubered this guy, and he lost his dad. And it was during just before the Christmas. And he got in and he was sharing how he was just down, you know, about it. And I just had another person maybe a week or so ago, this lady, older lady, and lost her mother. And they share with me. And I'm going to tell you like I tell them, you know, it's not losing a loved one. It is being grateful for the experience of that loved one. We have so many people in this world right now that never experienced love, that never experienced affection, that never experienced someone actually caring for them, someone actually supporting them in some type of way. There are people that exist out here that don't have what you had with that loved one that you lost, or that moved on. Let's not say lost, that you experienced, you know? And so we have to find a way to find the strength to push through that moment of sadness and turn that moment of sadness around, and to remember that person at the highest light, the funniest time, the funniest moments that you spent with that person, and be grateful for that. Because there's so many people that wish they could have had one day of experiencing what you experienced with that person. There are people that have parents that really don't have parents. And when I say that, I mean parents that's here, but might have walked out, or might have, or that's in the same household, and they're not the parents that person wish to embrace. You get what I'm saying? It's just so many ways you could look at a situation when someone passes on. It's so many ways you could look at it and get yourself out of that sadness. Because at the end of the day, I really don't think if that person loved you that they want you to be sad. I really think that a person, when they leave here, that they want you to be happy. And they want you to get the most out of life, you know. And it's unfortunate that some people are taken from us in a time that was short-lived. But at the end of the day, they have done whatever it is that they came to do in your life. As crazy as that sounds, they have done whatever it is that they have been meant to do in your life. You know what I'm saying? The lessons that you were taught, the things that you learned, the woman, the man that you have become. And even if it's a loved one that moved on and you never got a chance to address them, as far as if it was like they left and you that it was out. Let's say that it was on a negative term or whatever like that. You still got something out of that person. You know what I'm saying? It's just like when you have friendships that break apart. You know, you still get something out of that person, a relationship that grows apart. You still gain something from that relationship, whether you think it's good or bad. It's something that you gain from that relationship that made you look at life in a different way, that made you learn something different about yourself. So when we start to look at life like this, in this manner, this is how we can find the strength to push through. This is how we can pick ourselves up and say, you know, that person was really, truly a blessing in my life. You know, that situation was a blessing, because if that situation didn't happen, I wouldn't have known who really got my back. I wouldn't have known who is there to support me. I wouldn't have experienced the love and the support that I gained from being in that situation. This is what I'm talking about, guys. We have to learn how to look at things in a different light. And this is the only difference about me. When my friends and my family members say, I don't get it. And I do. But this is the thing. How can I not get it? I'm a person that right now, currently, no gas, no water for 3 months. 3 months, y'all. Can y'all imagine that? But I don't share it. The couple people that know about it is like, why? Why won't you get your water and your gas on? And yes, I've had I got friends that I can call on. But one thing about me is I am concerned about everybody else's well-being. Okay. And the couple friends that wanted to help me out, or that helped me out, I got other priorities to take care of. I'm just relocating. So my logic with this is this. If I go ahead and get those two things on, what is that? Another financial commitment. I am not yet financially where I want to be. My cash flow is not where it needs to be. I just moved into a house. I have a brand new vehicle. You know what I'm saying? Insurance. I'm trying to make sure my son is straight in college. And I am an entrepreneur. So therefore, the things that when you have books, self-published books and things like that, you want to pick and choose what you're going to invest in. You don't want to. That's something that I had to learn from past situations. There's a lot of people that's probably listening like, oh man, how you washing up? Well, guess what? At the end of the day, didn't our great grandfathers and mothers and all of this stuff endure that? See, the thing is this, guys, we're so used to being comfortable. So when situations come about that's uncomfortable, we lose it. But these are things that our ancestors endured. Our ancestors didn't have running water. Do I have water? Yes, I have water, but my running water is not on. You know what I'm saying? Can I get it on? Technically, I can. You know what I'm saying? But in hindsight, I'm like, okay, that's another bill. Okay, I got a little electric heater. The gas bill, that will be another bill. It's wintertime. It's going to be high. So let me maintain what I can until I get things the way I need to get them. You know what I'm saying? Prioritizing is everything. Learning from your past situations is everything. And this is what I'm saying about finding the strength to push through. Was I upset? Do I get a little down every now and then? Yes, I do. But at the end of the day, I'm focused on what is working for me. I'm focused on what is good for me. I'm sitting here talking to y'all. I got electric. You know what I'm saying? I could warm up my water. I got a Jeep. I could go get the water. I got a bathtub. I can take a bath. Come on, guys. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people will look at the situation like, oh my gosh. This is why God put this show on me. You know what I'm saying? And this is why I know certain situations come through my path. I mean, for me, I have learned to embrace certain situations so that mentally I can be okay, so that I won't lose who I am. Because if I lose who I am, then guess what? I can't talk to y'all. I can't encourage y'all. I can't inspire y'all to look at y'all situation and say, oh man, you know what? Hey, Dion, she went through it. She ain't had no water. She ain't had no gas or whatever. And she still made things happen. She still got on her podcast show. She still followed her passion, her dreams and her visions and pushed through. And this is the deep part about it. Before the holidays, I am facing right now a few opportunities that can just take Chronicles of Livin to a whole different height. But again, through experience, through the struggles that I've been through, the obstacles that I've been through, I've learned to be patient. I've learned to not jump on certain things if I'm not ready for it. Podcast sponsors and offer the TV show. You know what I'm saying? Am I going to do it? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Can that change my life? Yes, it can. It definitely can. But the thing is this. I want to make sure that I'm doing things perfectly and in order. That's where I'm at right now. I have been through so much in my life, so many start all over, so many moves, so many just relationships, far as friendships that I've had to let go, that I found out through my times of obstacles or whatever, that they weren't truly my friends. They really didn't care about me. They really didn't have my back. You hear what I'm saying? And so when I'm saying finding the strength to push through, look at that. Maybe whatever you go through in life, and I say go through because everybody is not in a situation right now, but I'm preparing you for if and when you do go through a situation that becomes uncomfortable, that becomes difficult for you, is to focus on what is working. I looked at my most downloaded shows, and this is another reason why I felt the need to talk on this topic as well. I looked at my most downloaded shows, and it was, what was it? Doing what you can when you can. Stop overextending yourself. I think Tower Moments come as a blessing. I know it was like doing the 140s around in that area. And my most downloaded interview was the one with Patrice. And it was my very first interview. And she talked about molestation, from molestation to triumph. Yeah. Y'all need to look at them shows. Listen to those shows. And to me, I felt like, wow, these are the most downloaded shows. Why? People all around the world are listening to this show. I look at my stats. I have people in Japan, Germany, Sweden. I'm like, wow, how did these people find out about this show? But I always say a prayer before I go on and say, God, please reach the people that need to hear this message, whatever it's going to be, because I never know what I'm saying until after the show is over, because I open myself up for God to speak through me and not me to speak through me. Because I need y'all to hear the messages that Spirit wants to give y'all, not what I think y'all need to hear. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes all the times when I listen back, I'm like, oh, wow, I said that. I don't even remember saying it. I'm just out of body type of situation right now. You know what I mean? So the things that I share, even that, it's like, oh, wow, I shared that. But for me, it's freedom. It's freedom when you can be your authentic self and not hide behind what everybody, the mask, because this is what everybody else wants you to look like. This is what everybody, you concerned about what everybody else is going to think, because your life is not flowing the way they expect it to flow. But check this out. Their life is not flowing the way they want it to be flowing. Trust me, even the richest of the richest have issues. They're depressed. If you look at celebrities, they got issues. So they bleed the same, they shit the same, they eat the same. They just getting more paper than we are. You know what I'm saying? But as they say, more money, more problems, right? So it's like everybody is facing something, guys. Because people are listening all over the world, everybody lives in a different way. You got people that don't have the means to get clean water, to get heat on in their house, to have electricity. All over the world is different. But yet they find a way to have strength, to live life, to be happy, to be joyful with what they have. With what they have. And to us, we look at it as, oh my gosh, dang, they're going through their... No, that's the life that they're living. So they've learned how to make the best of what they have, what God, has allowed them to have. Now, can they have more? I'm sure they can. There are people that come from all over the world to America, to, other countries that's a little bit better than wherever they come from. And they strive to have a better life for themselves and for their families. But again, it's all in your mindset. It's all in you. You are the captain of your own ship, regardless of what's going on around you, regardless of your boss being mean or your coworkers being mean. You are the captain of your own ship. You know what I'm saying? And I was talking to a loved one last week about this, as a matter of fact, and they shared with me that, they feel like everybody is against them at their job. And we talked about how that can be an illusion. You know what I'm saying? And when you already in a certain funk, you think everything else around you is funky. I'm going to say it that way. You know what I'm saying? When in reality, if you shift your mindset, and if you already know when you go into work or when you go deal with a partner that you're working with or whatever, and you know that they tick you off, when you shift your mindset, if this is somebody that you have to be around, because there are some situations, but we don't have to, because and I don't want y'all to think like when I say I cut people off, it's an easy thing to do. No, it's not. But my thing is this: I am more important to me at the end of the day. Okay. I am more important to me at the end of the day. And if a person can't respect me or can't honor, the experience that they have with me, and I'm only meaning them positivity. You know what I'm saying? I'm only, expressing positive vibes to them or whatever like that. But for some reason, they just want to be whatever, you know what I'm saying? Then I'm going to pull my energy back. And we all have the right to do that. Pull your energy back. If people can't accept your energy in the light that you want to offer it, and they want to find darkness, in the energy, when that's not what you are putting out, pull your energy back until they learn how to accept your light. And that's just how I'm living my life. Before, I used to just let people pull at my energy, and then I just wanted to fix everybody. You know what I'm saying? But you will learn that you cannot fix people. People have to fix themselves. And if people are willing to fix themselves, guess what? Then maybe that friendship, relationship, or whatever can come back around full circle, and it can become a flourishing flower. You know what I'm saying? It can become a rose or whatever, Everything comes back around if you allow it to. This is a new moon. They say this is the Chinese New Year. Yesterday was the new moon, and it was a Chinese New Year, and it's supposed to be good energy. You know what I'm saying? I've been feeling it, and with moons, full moons, new moons, you feel the energy before it comes, a few days before it comes, after it comes, or whatever like that. I just been real giddy, real silly. You know what I'm saying? And you would think like somebody else in my situation would not know how to deal with that. You got people out here that if they're I went a month without my electric on and all my stuff. This not now, but I've went through that. You know what I'm saying? And I had just went grocery shopping. You know what I mean? But you know what I did? I used my flashlights. I used my candles. When this happened, I went and I just ate out every day, until I was ready to fix that situation. But everybody else is like, oh my gosh, wow. Yo, this is life. You got to prioritize. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is this, I'm learning so much about people as I share it and just their views, their views. It's like, oh, what's wrong with you? See, I don't want those people around me. I don't want the judgmental people around me. I'm working hard on not being judgmental towards people, myself. You know what I'm saying? So when people come at me in some type of judgmental attitude, especially when I know, they might have had a dusty background or whatever like that. But then, people get up on their high horse when things are going great, and they forget that maybe they went through a certain time in their lives. It might not have been the same situation, but it could be something else. Nobody's life is perfect, guys. Nobody's life is perfect. You know what I mean? But again, like I say, in the difficult moments is where you will find your true self. In those difficult moments is where you will find your true friends, your true supporters, the people that really truly believe in you. You will find them. And sometimes it might not even be the people that you think. The ones that you think be the ones that get ghosts on you. That's the crazy part. And the ones that you never valued as much are the ones that wind up having your back for real. It's just deep how that goes. The ones that you overlook sometimes are the ones that have your back for real. And you just be like, dang, I'm so sorry that I overlooked you. I'm so sorry that I didn't value you as a friend as much as I should, or I didn't value our relationship as much as I should, rather be family member, friend, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But through it all, and this is what I have to say, you have to go back when you're in a deep moment, when you're in that uncomfortable moment, that difficult moment, and you're struggling to feel good about yourself. You're struggling to feel good about life. You're struggling to feel good about your finances, or whatever it is that you are struggling to push through and to find the strength, your health, go back. Think about the best time in your life, the best you that was you, the best accomplishments, that you have created. When I think back and I remember all of the different accomplishments God allowed me to accomplish, even back to school when I was on the track team and the basketball team, volleyball team, and I won most valuable player, came in 4th place in the pin relays. And you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to think of those happy moments. Yes, it might be long ago. But when you think on those moments, that's when you gain your strength back. That's when you become Like, wow, yeah, I did that. I really did that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm the only one in my class that had perfect attendance. I did that. I didn't call out sick. I didn't play hooky or things like that. That's a big deal. You know, I'm the one out my class that had all A's, or I'm the one out my squad that had all the C's and B's and everybody else was failing. That's a big deal. We might look at that as small, but when you start going back and you remember those moments, that's how that joy comes up. I think about my moment of when I ran my record label and when I was making clothes and even in the industry wise, when I was doing mortgage and going to people's closings and helping them to get their dream and giving them the keys. I think about those moments and I just smile. Like right now, I'm just filling myself up with joy. Like, wow, I did that. You know what I'm saying? God allowed me to help those people. God allowed me to experience those moments with those people that I experienced those moments with. And it was fun. It was fun. I really enjoyed myself, you know? And now when I think about all the turmoil that I have endured throughout my life to this date, I think about, you know, how I'm able to detach myself and know the importance of being in the moment. Appreciating people that appreciate you, appreciating the experience of people. You know, I've been through the eviction and I've been through the car repossession and you know what I'm saying? I've been through those moments, guys. So don't tell me I don't get it. Don't tell me I don't understand what you're going through. Don't tell me that, because I've been through some shit. But yet, I've always found a way to push through. And that was because I've learned how to let go. You got to learn how to let go of the shit that's not serving you anymore. The people that's not serving you anymore. You know what I'm saying? The mindset, the habits that's not serving you anymore in your life. You got to learn how to move on from it. You have to, because if you stay stuck, guess what? You're going to stay stuck. You're going to keep feeling those same feelings and living that same life. You got to take a risk, y'all. You got to take a risk on yourself. You got to invest in yourself to learn something new about yourself, because you're willing to do something different, something that's out of your comfort zone. For the first time in your life, you decided to try Japanese food. I mean, I know that's cliche. That's not a hard thing to do, but I'm just saying, for the first time in your life, you decided to get on a plane and just go somewhere random, or get on a train and ride a long ride and just go somewhere random. For the first time in your life, you decided to explore someplace different outside of your neighborhood. You know what I mean? You decided to try a new talent a new thing. And you don't even know if you know how to do it. You decided to take a painting class. You decided to go do a dance class, to do some salsa or whatever like that. For the first time in your life, you chose yourself and said, you know what? Tomorrow's not promised. So what am I going to do with today? For the first time in your life, that's how you look at your life. What am I going to do with today? What are you going to do with today, guys? From all of the stuff that I've been through in my life, look what's come out of it. I'm talking to you guys on a podcast show. I'm inspiring you guys. I'm encouraging and motivating you guys, sharing my story to help you look at your situation like, oh my gosh, I'm tripping. Adrian would want to smack me in my face right now for what I'm going through. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm here, guys. I was able to self-publish a 90-day journal and a workbook that can help you through your journey, that can help you find your purpose, that can help you hold yourself accountable and to let go and to forgive people. That is why I created that journal in that workbook. And I'm working on an online course right now for you guys. So if you are interested in that, please email me at adionyourdreampusher at gmail.com. The link should be in the description somewhere on the podcast show, but Adion, ADIONNE, your dream pusher at Gmail. Email me if you're interested in the course that I'm putting together. And in that way, as soon as I put the course together, I will send out a link to y'all guys first from the gate. Okay. But I just started thinking about it and I'm like, I really need to put a course together because the clients that I have, and I still, take on my clients or whatever like that. But some of the clients that I've had, I'm not even going to say some of them, all the clients that I've had, the thing was accountability. Okay. And so what they would tell me is that, I have these dreams, I have these visions, or either they would say, I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to be doing. I don't know what my talent is. I don't know what my purpose in life is. And that is a lot of people's, I'm not going to say problem. I'm going to say maybe issue. They don't know. They don't know what you forget what you said you wanted to be when you was that 7-year-old, that 10-year-old child, because life took over. Because, the financial commitments came along, the kids came along, the husband, the wife, the boyfriend, girlfriend came along, and now your energy is split. So, and you might be in a relationship with somebody that don't get you, that don't get, the thing that you wanted to do so many years ago, and they're like, think it's corny or they think it's whack or whatever. So therefore, now you want to hide that about yourself. You want to hide that part of you that God gave you, that gift that God gave you, because you're in a relationship with somebody that don't get it. You know what I'm saying? This is why, for me, I want somebody that's ready to take all this on, all this crazy on. I want somebody that love me for me when I'm down, when I'm up. I don't want somebody that's just going to love me when I got my shit together. You know what I'm saying? Because that's corny to me. I want to know, I admire the couples that don't have it all, but they still in love with each other. They love it. It's just like, man, that is so beautiful. That means that they're not loving each other because they're up and that's it. They're not loving each other because they got their shit together. Everything's on the straight and narrow. That's not why they love each other. That's not why they're in love with each other. They love each other just because. That's what true love is about. Just because you are who you are. You know what I mean? You do what you do. That's what it's about. That's how you can find the strength to push through, is to get around people that love you just because. Get around people that honor you, that respect you just because you're you. Just because you're you. It is so, I don't know why it's so difficult in this day and age to love someone just because they are them. To be there for them. Just because they are them, not to look at the superficial things all around like the media puts out. This is why I have an issue with getting on social media, and I know I need to push through. I know I need to push through and do it every day. And I'm working through that, guys. I'm working through it. But this is the thing, because it's just a lot of it is so fake. People just trying to paint their best selves, and that's, as you should. You don't want to get on there looking all crazy. But my thing is, hey, share the dark in the light. You know what I mean? You got people that just basically just in their lives because they feel like they're not living up to other people's standards. They're not living up to what the so-called standard life is. This is why I don't watch the news. This is why. You know what I'm saying? As I need to know, God will give me the news. People get so caught up. And then, is your life really your life? Like, why are you going through what you're going through? Like, let's really look at that. Let's really look at that. Why do you feel like if you are going through something or when you do go through something, I want you to check yourself and ask yourself, why am I going through? Why do I feel like this is difficult? Why do I feel like this is uncomfortable? I need you to get to the root of the issue and look at it. Write it out. Why do I feel like I'm incompetent? Why do I feel like I'm less than? Why do I feel like I'm not enough? Why? And if when you start thinking about it, you could trace it back to folk, then you know what? If I had something to throw at you right now, I would. That's what I had to learn. I had to learn to push through that, guys. I had to learn to find the strength to push through people, the crowd, the pointing the fingers, you know what I'm saying? All of that stuff. Live your life for you, guys. Live your life for you. And if the job gets a little too difficult, if, just things is not working, sit down, meditate, take them deep breaths. Tell yourself the opposite. Write your plan out. Write out the worst case scenario that can happen. If you lose your job or while you trying to find another job, you got to take that week or 2 weeks without pay, right? You know what I'm saying? The average person don't have 6 months just saved up in the bank in case something detriment happens. I know this because I did mortgage for years. I was a loan officer, and I clearly remember the people that made a lot of money and the people that made the little money did not have 6 months of savings in the bank for a cushion in case something happened. You know what I'm saying? Because why? A lot of times people live beyond their means. They live beyond their means. I was guilty of it. You know what I'm saying? You live beyond your means. But my guilty of it was because I just really wanted my son to be in a decent school district. To be honest, it wasn't really about the house and all of that type of stuff. The cars I had, I'm like, if I'm going to get a car note, I'm going to get a good one. You know what I'm saying? I need a warranty. I travel a lot. So with my stuff, I really did have some logic to it. I'm not a go to the Gucci store and all of this stuff, name brand stuff. I'm not that type of person. If I like it, I get it if I had the money, but I'm just not that type of person. You know what I'm saying? I just appreciate quality and nice things. That's just that. So if you find yourself struggling, look at it. Is it because you're living beyond your means? Is it because you're not willing to downsize? Because you're worrying about what the neighbors are going to say? Or you're worrying about what your family are going to say? You're not willing to trade that car in for something that's a lesser value or whatever, but it's still going to get you from point A to point B. You're not willing to sell the car and just start from scratch or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, why? Why are you uncomfortable? Why are you facing difficulty? There is a reason why, and you have the answer. And you need to sit with you and figure that shit out. So now I wasn't paying attention to the time. I'm rambling. I'm on 48 minutes. But I guess maybe, hey, Spirit just had a lot to say to y'all. That's all I got to say. So I'm going to end this show right now. I really hope that y'all got a lot at the end of the day, for real. Y'all got a lot of inspiration, motivation out of this show. I want y'all to dust off your dreams, your visions, look at them from a new perspective, look at them from a new you, I want you to, hey, how about this? I want you to record good things about yourself. I want you to record all the accomplishments you have accomplished in your life. I want you to record, like, talk about it. Like, yeah, Adrian, remember when you had that record label? Remember when you had your clothes, you was making clothes for people? Remember when you did those closings and you helped people get their dream? Like that. I want you to record you acknowledging you. How about that? Let's do that. Yeah, y'all know I give y'all homework every now and then. I'm telling y'all, this course is going to be the bomb that I'm putting together, okay? But do that. Do that for yourself. Just take your phone when I get off this podcast and record you talking about you and your accomplishments in life. And listen to it every time. Or if it's about a loved one that you miss dearly, record you talking about them in those special moments, that fun time that you had with them. Record yourself talking about yourself at the height of your career and all of those good things, Record you so that you could hear you, so that you could remember you. How about that? Remember you, okay? Everything happens for a reason. Everything. And we have to really look at ourselves and ask ourselves those tough questions. Why and what am I going to do about this? How am I going to change me in this situation? What do I need to change in me? What do I need to change as far as my habits, my environment, my location, whatever? What risks do I need to take to make my life better? What do I need to invest in myself? How do I need to invest in myself? These are the questions that I want you to ask yourself. Okay, guys? So with all that being said, I love all of you. And definitely don't forget, subscribe, follow, share, all that good stuff. You know what I mean? And if you want to leave a donation, I don't never say that. If you want to leave a donation, y'all can leave a girl a donation. I'm going to put some links at the bottom of this description when I get off this show. And even on the YouTube channels and all of that stuff, I always leave links. Always check out the descriptions, for the shows. Okay. Even when I interview people, make sure that you support them, follow them, cause I'm grateful that they come on the show and they share with y'all as well. Okay. So with all that being said, this is Adion, your dream pusher, your lifeguard, saving you from yourself, from the world, from some real bullshit. And you are listening to Chronicles of Livin podcast show, the show for everyday people doing everyday things, living everyday life, us extraordinary folk doing the damn thing the best way we can. I just love you guys so much. I just thank y'all for this opportunity to talk to y'all and prayerfully to inspire y'all. So with that being said, start living your best life now, guys. Start where you at right now. What you doing, how your life is. Okay? I love you guys. Peace. Thank you for listening to Chronicles of Livin, where we talk to everyday people about everyday things in the past, present, and future. And if you are pursuing your dreams, I'm proud of you. Because the best part of life is when you decide to live. To keep up with us, please visit chroniclesoflivin.com. Until next time, this is Adion, your dream pusher. I love you guys.